Hey friends, I'm Jennifer LaGuardia, always here with you to be your encouraging voice. So I touched on this a few days ago in a video reel. Have you ever been up against adversity that if you were to describe what it looks and feels like, you might describe it as surfing a larger-than-life tsunami wave in the middle of an unforgiving ocean at night, very much in the dark, and it completely looks and feels like you haven't got a chance at surviving this thing. There's no indication anywhere to believe otherwise. Yeah, so I'm pretty familiar with this scenario. Maybe it was a dream you lived for, something you felt you were created for, and it died. Maybe it was a job you thought you could rely on to get you from point A to whatever great vision you have for your life, and that stability factor to get where you are to that great vision dissolved. Or maybe it was a relationship that you would have bet your life would have been for life, and it turned out differently than you hoped. Or a loved one is no longer here with you to do life with. Whatever that tsunami wave is to you, allow me to share with you always from the most raw and authentic place of my own life experiences. I've lived most of my life with not a lot of tangible stability to fall back on except my faith. Trusting what I cannot see. I don't think at any point in my life, including right now, I didn't have my faith to help me navigate through. But something I discovered a long time ago is that faith is how you navigate between where you currently are and the extraordinary you absolutely were meant to experience in this life. Friends, extraordinary exists. It's waiting for you. But it manifests through faith. Faith defies all natural logic. Faith is what makes all things possible. And I can tell you with the utmost certainty, there is no impossible. But it can feel like the most terrifying thing, trusting a force you cannot see, when all you can see is what looks and feels like a tsunami wave about to end it all. But this unseen force, this higher power I personally refer to as God, is not some unreachable, unattainable entity that may or may not show up. God is as limitless and magnificent as this universe I believe he created and loves you so intimately. It's as if you were his only creation. The love of God is unconditional and limitless, and it's yours personally. You have full access to love that is here with you right now at this very moment to comfort you, protect you, promote you, and show you a way through. But you have to open yourself up and trust. And the only way that you can trust anyone who you would allow to get close to you is by opening yourself up to having a deep, meaningful relationship with that person, God included. The only reason I can share this with you is because I opened myself up to having a relationship with this unseen force, this higher power I call God. I poured all my energy, all my focus into my relationship with God, and that's how I discovered who God really is. It was in my darkest moments, through tsunami waves and train wrecks, I might add, did I discover the love of God can take any scenario, any level of heartbreak, disappointment, feeling completely shattered in a million pieces, and turn that into a masterpiece called purpose. And that purpose will not only be epic for your life, it's going to be a miracle to someone else. When you have an intimate relationship with God, when you choose to let go of what you don't understand, I'm a work in progress with this one because I usually get obsessed with needing to understand why. But if you can let go, when you let go of what you can't control, and open yourself up to God, invite God in fully, letting go of what you don't understand, and just let God take over with all my heart. I can tell you with the utmost certainty that the power of God will subdue the worst storms of your life. The love of God will give you peace of mind in the presence of that storm and the strength to look that storm in the eye with the utmost confidence, knowing that God's got you. And not only are you going to make it, you are going to make it so big your story will become the inspiration to another person's life. I am obsessed with this. Friends, you were meant to experience God in the most deeply personal, intimate ways to you. You were created to experience God in ways that are unexplainable in natural terms. You were created to live extraordinary and be the conduit of extraordinary in another person's life. This happens through faith, and faith happens only when there is no natural reason to believe. It functions when you are faced with every reason to lay down in defeat, but you choose to get up and push forward, and despite it all, trusting that God's got you, and He does. I love you guys so, so much. And with all my heart, I pray that you would experience God in such a deeply intimate and meaningful way to you that it radically changes the trajectory of your life, and that you would know up close and so very personal, there is no impossible. God, I pray that you would experience infinitely beyond what you thought was possible. And as always, I hope to be an encouraging voice along your journey. So please follow me here on Instagram, or subscribe to my YouTube channel, or subscribe to my podcast, Awakening Hope with Jennifer LaGuardia. God infinitely bless you all and all those you hold close to your heart.